Of course, welcome to another review where we'll be looking at yesterday the Vice President Shetima inaugurated a committee to look critically into the issues of minimum wage. And the committee was inaugurated from the ASO Rock, where it has members from the different state members of the labor union, and all of those members who were set up yesterday by the Vice President of Nigeria. The Labour has reacted towards this. Prior to this time, the Nigerian Labour Congress had proposed 200,000 to be the new minimum wage due to the economic reality. But now, yesterday, after the inauguration of the committee, the NLC are saying the 200,000 is no more realistic to the current economic reality. You agree with them that even the 40,000 naira minimum wage, so many states are yet to pay. Now that the new economic reality is facing the workers, the Nigerian workers, and the NLC are saying that the 200,000 is not even up to the realistic of the realities. I mean, the realities we are having in the country. And of course, I'm joining Tonia to add voices to this interaction. Tonia, 200,000 proposed minimum wage, and they're saying it's not even enough. Do we say it's 400,000 moving forward?
You know, absolutely. Looking at what's going on in Nigeria, 200,000 is not actually enough. But now there are different aspects to this. So while the federal government needs to take into cognizance what's happening in the country, knowing that the purchasing power of the naira is constantly depreciating, as at yesterday, dollar goes to 1,482 naira.
Almost 1,500.
That's the exchange rate now, almost 1,500, and it's not looking like it's going to come down anytime soon. Now, considering all of this, so a worker earning 30,000 naira, initially they wanted to do 35,000, and up till now they've not effected it. So now, looking at all of this, 200,000 naira is still not enough. If you give your lowest paid worker 200, it's still not enough, because the prices of things are going up day by day, minute by minute. Inflation is an alarming rate now.
Yeah, my concern basically is at the aspect of understanding the fact that some politicians who are not working like the Nigerian workers, it's faster than a Nigerian worker.
Yes.
You see a senator going to the plenary on Tuesday, going to the plenary on Thursday, going back home with over 20 million naira
as sitting allowance.
As allowances. And if you put their salaries all together, up to now, we don't even know the exact amount, because it runs into many millions. And we have people who are generating revenue for the country, working tirelessly for the economy to get better. And they are getting peanuts at the realities of
the funniest thing, they are like the 20%. It's just like this 80-20 rule. They are like the 20% that does 80% of the work. And they put in effort, they put in their sweat and everything, their intellect into the work, and then you get little to nothing to go back home. Because by the time you subtract your transport fare, for instance, if you're not mobile, and your basic, in fact, the current minimum wage, that's still at 30,000 naira. A bag of rice is more expensive than the current minimum wage. So how is an individual, a Nigerian, supposed to survive on that? So 200,000 is not even enough.
And when you even look at these Nigerian workers' statistics,
yes,
you understand that we are even having more unemployed population
than the people employed.
Than the people that are even working. And now, when you look at the fact that private sector is also in consideration to this proposed minimum wage, because if the federal government pays 200,000, it means that the private sectors must also. And look at the current economic situation. You understand that private, sectors,
they are trying to try. They are struggling.
They're grumbling, and the fact that it's not about even the minimum wage now. If things are not well positioned, if the economic crisis that we have in the country is not solved, I think we'll always have these issues of bouncing back on trying to increase minimum wage, trying to increase salaries at the detriment of the economy. Because you agree with me that if the economy is not striving, the private sector cannot do anything. They cannot work. Look at the trading currency. Yeah. How can these guys begin to buy their raw materials if the people that are into production buy raw materials from here, do this, and come and pay salaries? And then government are not considering fixing the situation.
This just sheds more light on the main problems we're having in the country. And this raising the minimum wage is just a case of someone having body odor and you're using perfume to cover it up instead of you to take your bath. So now there are certain problems. The first thing, the first step they have to take, fixing the economy, that is creating more employment, creating more jobs, making sure Nigeria begins to produce what she needs to survive as a country. And by so doing, you're creating more employment, more hands will be on deck to make sure the economy is... Then you're boosting foreign exchange, because then we'll be exporting some of our products and then we'll be getting more money. Our Naira will become more stable and the purchasing power would increase. If all of these things, and there are also other statistics, we have top economists, we have professionals in the country, we have stakeholders that when they go for international conferences or whatnot, you'll be proud to say, oh, this person is a Nigerian. We have these people. Let us, the federal government should call them to a roundtable meeting. These are the problems of Nigeria. We'll see where we're coming from. Things are not getting better. If in the last administration, things are even now worse than they were in the last administration. Things are not getting better. So they need to sit down and re-strategize. What do we do? This should not be a case of raising the minimum wage and we'll now come back to square one. It's not proper.
We'll continue to face all of these issues. But this is my message to Nigerians. You agree with me that the moment we keep on importing, the moment you keep on buying foreign goods, the moment we keep on patronizing, the things coming into the country, we are killing our Naira drastically. And it's time for us as a people, as a Nigerian, to begin to patronize local products, to encourage the private sector, to encourage local producers, because we are having these disparities in the country. People rather prefer to buy what is being imported than what is produced. We understand that the goods and services might not be good enough, but for the purpose of serving the economy, I think the citizens also have a role to play.
No, another light is that Nigeria made goods. Now, a lot of private sector are taking the time, putting in the work to make sure they produce their goods and services in at the best quality. At the best quality, because they're already tired of people having a certain notion towards locally made goods. And they're trying their best. If you go online, search for brands in Nigeria, they're doing amazing.
I think it's the drive that people must begin, to patronize. If you want to buy a car, go for Innocent Motors. Let's begin to patronize our own, because the moment you want to convert your Naira to dollars just to go and buy a product outside, you are killing our Naira. You are killing our economy. And this, all of us will continue to be in the mess. But we hope that when government play their role, we citizens also will play our role to salvage the situation. 200,000 is not enough. But what more can we do? It's for us to fix economy, so that even if you earn 100,000, you understand that with 100,000, you can be able to take care of so many things in the country. And that will be the reality that every Nigerian look forward to. And that's how much we will take on this very review. Kindly follow us on all the social media platforms displayed on the screen. I am Edikan Michael.
And I am Antonia Oweleketv. Thank you for watching.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.